I didn't even realize it. I was scaling this mountain, trying not to fall to my death. This is limestone. We have found limestone, which is fantastic for us for so many reasons. This means like the borax that we've been doing to process hides, we don't need to do that anymore. We can use limestone, but also for the plaster that I wanted to use for the chicken coop, we needed lime. We needed a bunch of slack lime and quick lime. So we now have that. Do we have the chickens? We do not. We no longer have the chickens for it. But we've now got lime. So that's pretty great. I was about to turn around as well, because I was like, oh, it's gonna be daylight soon. That'll be nice to like go back in the daytime. And we found some limestone. So I'm gonna grab some limestone. I'm gonna do some more prospecting, and I'm gonna also poke out here a little bit to see what is out here. Then I am gonna have to start heading back. I'm starting to get low on food. But this has been fantastic. It's a fantastic find. Still haven't found like any good sources of iron. We still don't have a good iron prospect. Hopefully we can find some good iron over here. That would be fantastic. Nope, still not seeing much iron. Okay, we will continue on. Yeah, this looks like a limestone desert almost. This is pretty cool. We have some readings of this type of iron pretty close to spawn, to base. Might go mining for that, but then the normal iron that I get, really not finding much anything. It's always fun to see how close you got. Like, here's where I had been prospecting, right? And because I ran into rain, I kind of stopped and turned around. But I'm like coming back. I was like, oh, if I had just kept going a little bit further, I would have seen this limestone. Maybe I would have thought it was granite, but I could have had limestone so much earlier. It's all right, we've got it now. That's all that matters. I mean, we're still pretty early in. It's only August. I'm taking this way back just to see if there's anything else. I'm also going to make sure I'm prospecting regularly as I come down here. It's really still looking for iron at this point. Well, I'm on my way back to base. It might be too far of a drive. Here's a chicken. There it is. And there's all... Oh, fox. Oh, heartbreaking. Here we go. One nice bright white, hopefully less likely to lose it, especially as it gets dark. My main concern right now is that it's going to fall into a hole. That. I'd be able to get it all. Alright, so we need to trap it in the moat. That's going to be the easiest first step. So if we get it past this bridge, we can dive it into the moat and it'll be trapped in there. Okay, chicken in the moat. Let's now go ahead and clear out the inventory, and then we can work on getting the chicken into the chicken pen. Okay, so we've got a little dirt tunnel. Just need to get this chicken to go in and try to block off as many excess paths as possible to make this easier. There we go. There we go. It figured it out. It figured it out. Oh. We're so close. We're so close. Okay. Bro, you're so close. Go, 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 go. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I don't want to put it down for them to jump over. There. We got him. We got him. Woo! That was fun. Now I need to go ahead and give them some grain so they become broody. So they can sit on those eggs. It would be awesome if one of the eggs had a rooster in it. May or may not happen though. So we still are on the lookout for a rooster. At least we've got a chicken in there, and we can continue at least with eggs, even if we can't increase generations right now. We can at least get eggs. Go ahead and feed her, and then I'm going to put a roof on top of it. Let's talk about what we found prospecting. So going this way, I did find a pretty good bit of copper. There's some good copper bits up here. And then coming down this way, didn't find the normal iron that I look for, but the hematite, there's pretty good readings here. So I'm thinking this is going to be where we're going to go iron mining first. Road-wise, we don't have this is the only road we have right now. There's nothing really set up to go that direction. And I don't think I have the iron to build a road out that way because we're going to need a bunch of picks and shovels, right? So I think what's going to happen is we're just going to have to run and try to get as much as we can. Now, I'm also curious if we've got enough leather for our first leather backpack. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh yeah, we can. We've got enough for a backpack. Awesome. That's our first backpack. Okay, so let's move some other stuff through then, but that's very nice. Go ahead and get a backpack. I think the next steps are going to be just to focus on getting iron, because we need a lot of iron. Able to get a rooster back in here and a bonus hen. So here's the other hen we have, and it does look like eggs. The piglets have grown up. Gotta with them. That's gonna be kind of interesting, because definitely murder me. Okay, so we're gonna set up the door system a little bit so that we can open and close them better. We need to lure them in and then figure out what's going on. So this is a boar. This is our Gen 0 boar. I'll leave you in there. And we just need to make sure we have a Gen 1 boar, which, yes, looks like we have a Gen 1 boar. Means we can process the Gen 0 boar. See, it's so weird. The boars have medium hides, and those little sheep over there have large hides. I feel like it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so I feel like there's one boar here. Do another boar. I want to keep 4 sows. Need to make sure. There we go. Wait, what? What happened? What happened? We're gonna start out with 3 arrows, because that's the number of heads or arrowheads that I had from canning. More of a proof of concept. See, it doesn't tell me which are boars and which are cows. That's what I was kind of hoping for, is that when I aimed at one, it would tell me what it is. Alright, so you are a Generation 1 sow, which is great. Want that. We want you to stay. I feel like if I keep trying right now, I'm just gonna die. I want to create little paddocks in there like this. Let's try to make little paddocks to break them up. Okay, so we've got everybody kind of broken up a little bit. So I'm pretty sure you are a Gen 1 sow, and I'm pretty sure that is a bull. I'd like for him to come over here. You are a Gen 1 boar and a Gen 1 sow. Got that one done. So we're gonna keep this boar that's in here. Just keeping that sow. Now we need to get rid of this boar. And then we've got 3 sows. So, I mean, ideally I would have liked to have had 4 sows, but I do think some kind of stalks are going to be needed to move these and maybe try to build stalks just outside of the pen. Oh, no, no, no. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. So, like, I could lure them out here somehow. And then either decide to keep or process. Look at all this leather we have to process. This is gonna be great. Okay, a lot has happened. we can start in here. So I did go ahead and make a bunch more ingot molds because we need so much copper. If we're gonna be doing a copper roof for the chicken coop, we need copper for that. In the last world, like near the end, I figured out this way to store crocs in chests and then funnel them down into crates just to make storage easier. And I want to do that, and I want to do an Archimedes screw to send them up. We just need so much copper. So I did go out and I got a bunch more copper. I've also been pretty diligent about harvesting resin because we need a lot of resin for some of the stuff that I want to do that we'll talk about in a minute. I've died multiple times on this trek, so I think I know we've been saying the next road's going to be south, but honestly I think the next road needs to be to the west to make this trek easier. It just sucks. It's just a sucky route without a road. I don't know, that might happen. I did find the hematite iron. I brought a bunch of that back. I've been making a bunch of iron ingots from that. I don't think I have anything cooking right now, but I've got some more iron blooms that I haven't processed yet in there. The leather side of things is going pretty well. I'm kind of stuck at the strong tannin part. Like this one should be finished soon, and then that one. So we should have a bunch of leather here soon to hopefully finish out the backpacks. Let's hop upstairs real quick. First, I did go ahead and make a small bellows. That's been helping out with the helve hammer, doing copper plates, processing iron blooms. So helpful. I also made a clutch and transmission. So turn it on and off. Saves my ears so much. Also got a pulverizer set up, and this one's kind of already automated a little bit. So here I've got a clutch and transmission again, and I've got in the back a chest that has the stuff that I need to have pulverized going into a chute that loads the pulverizer. And then once they're pulverized, they slide down here and the hopper picks them up and puts them into this chest. Oh, I put borax instead of quartz in there. That's my bad. You need to put some quartz in there. I do want to raise this up eventually, not right now. I did do some up gearing research. I've learned a lot about torque, not only in Vintage Story, but in real life as well. So that's been real fun. But I do need, I did go out and I got a bunch of bauxite. So like that's getting crushed up now. Apparently I put borax in instead of quartz. So I don't think I have a lot of quartz left. I need to go out and get more quartz. I have started playing around with some window ideas. I do think I'm actually going to move this door over here to the left a little bit and just have a bigger window over here. I mean, that's some fine tuning that can be done at a later date. I do like the idea of a big window out back here, maybe a bay window. If you watched my last series, I did chisel a bay window and it looked phenomenal, and I definitely want to do it again. I've also got some lanterns hung up around. So we've got some in there, one in here, and then one up there, which I don't know if that drifter came from down here or not, but I think this area over here is still a little dark. And it looks like clear quartz can also be crushed. I didn't know that. I thought only normal quartz could be crushed. So we'll go ahead and throw guys in there. Here, bud. Okay, so let's get these tossed in there. All right, and then another thing that I've been working on is making plaster. Oh my god, it does take a while since we don't have an automated quern, and then it takes a long time to cook the crushed lime or the ground lime into quick lime. But I am starting to get the shape that I want for the chicken coop. So I'm thinking about putting a little ventilation, either 3 wide or 1 wide here. We do have little chicks that I don't think they've grown up yet. Yeah, they're over here. They're still alive, thank goodness. I don't think we have any baby goats yet. The pigs I have started feeding to get them pregnant. It looks like they need to be fed again. Did expand the storage a little bit in the small cellar, and I've started sealing some crops. Hopefully they'll do well for us in winter. But yeah, just been getting a lot of stuff done. I think the next big project is going to be to work on that western road. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into that. I want to address the obvious first. This place is a wreck. There's just so much happening right now. I need to take time to get this all organized. That might be something that happens during the beginning of winter. Start organizing this, start laying it out. I want some nice big chimneys and stuff to hold the fire pits and the forge and everything. Everything's just kind of wherever I first put it. Just to get things through, and we need a place for all the ingot molds. It's a mess, I know. But right now I want to talk about tempering, because I have been playing around a bit with this. My current pickaxe, I quenched it I think 2 or 3 times, and it got power increase, which did actually make it mine faster, which is nice. And now I'm playing around to see if it does anything for the knife. I don't know if it does anything for the knife. It does. This is another power gain. Okay, we'll put it back on there. I did go ahead and make another small bellows for down here, because you do need a bellows in order to quench things, because you have to get it above 800 something, 815. You see it says quenchable 815 to 1050. So in order to get it to 815, you gotta use the bellows. That's what I've been doing. Let's quench it again. So I haven't done anything over, I think 3 quenches has been the most. This is another power gain. And so it's 2 powers. I think I'm going to call it at that for the knife. I don't want to get to the point where it shatters. So I've just been doing 2 or 3. I haven't stuck with a tool that's gotten a durability increase. I had a pickaxe that I believe, and I could have misread, I wasn't recording when I did it, but I believe I had a pickaxe that the first quenching increased power, and then when I did it the second time it switched to durability, and then the third time it switched back to power. I might be wrong on that. I might be misremembering, but I really want to see one that has a durability increase, because I just keep getting power. see another power gain. Like, I want durability. I will say power has been nice for what I'm currently doing, because currently I'm working on the west road and made significant progress. Look at this. We're all the way over here now. My current goal for the west road is to get somewhere in here, because this is where we have good access to all these resin trees up here. And I mean, already it's so much faster. Power still. Okay, so I guess we're just keeping that one at power. I would love to hear from you guys if you've been playing around with the quenching mechanics. Do you usually get power or do you usually get durability? I keep getting power. I would love to see somebody getting durability on the regular. I do like that it's kind of random. It does make it feel like the enchanting table in Minecraft, right? Like, I mean, once you get villagers, you've beaten Minecraft. As soon as you have a trading hall, you're done. But if you had to do the enchanting table every time, that's going to make things a little more complicated, right? Because you don't know what you're going to get. And I feel like that's what this is. It's like the enchanting table. You don't really know what you're going to get. And you could also destroy your tool. There's another power gain. I want to see durability. But after this one, I've got one more pickaxe that I want to do. And then we'll kind of move on to some other stuff. I am starting to get low on my copper ingots, so I do probably need to spend some time next month rebuilding those stores. I mean, probably need to go out and get more iron. It's going to be a lot easier to get out there because my iron mine is up here, and now we're going to have a road to right here. So it's going to make it just so much easier to get out to the iron power. Okay. All right. So it's power. See, they're all power. All right. Last one. All right. We are going to pray to Dave. Dave, please give us durability when we quench this pickaxe. Dave has not smiled upon us this day. One more Dave prayer. Please, Dave, from the Rust world beyond, hear my plea. Please, allow this pickaxe to be blessed with durability. Still power. Okay. Dave does not wish for us to have a durability tool right now. We must trust in the wisdom of Dave. But let's take a look. So these two were quenched twice, both getting power. It looks like this one was quenched 3 times because it got a little bit faster. And I'm hoping you can kind of see my vision with this, where I want to have enough backup tools that I'll eventually just be able to pick one up, run with it. I just need to have time to spend to do that. Might be a fantastic winter activity, right, to do inside. It's nice and warm, bellows, and just make a wall full of tools. Now, let's talk about roads real quick. Again, if you didn't watch my last series, probably don't know this about me. I love roads, okay? Roads are fantastic. I love making roads because it's just kind of a mindless activity you can do, having something else on your screen, do a lot of podcasts, watch a lot of VODs. It's great. And then once the roads are done, it allows you to move quicker. You can outrun temporal storms with ease. In my last world, I had a video where I had died, I think in the Resonance archives, and a temporal storm like hit, and I spent the entire temporal storm just casually running along my road. Getting back to where I died, and it was fine. Like, because you get a little speed boost when you're on the roads, you can get caught by anything. Also, because, you know, the road's like a little path, I didn't get lost or anything. So they are very, very helpful. So sea level is at 110, right? So if I go down here, this is 110. So this is what sea level is. So when I run across, not all, but most of the water, I'm able to just kind of put some dirt on top of it and bridge over it. And that's great. If it's big water, like might be coming up over here, if this is a big lake that extends down this way, I usually tunnel under it. But this is the level that I like to put my road at. And you can see when I stand on this path block, it still says 110 because this is a partial block. It's not a full block. If I go over here, now it's 111. Okay, anyway, all of that say we based on a nice big hill, right? It's like 125. So if I want all of my roads down here on this level, I decided just to dig a hub down here. So I've got it started. I think it's going to be circular, right? And you'll come down here, and then this is the center, and then you can go to the north, east. That one hasn't been started yet. South has a little bit been started, or west, and we'll have signs going everywhere, and that'll be great. And I just put it at the bottom of the tower. I was like, maybe this is just a good place to be able to go up and down. So we've got that. I really like that. I like that you can go up and down from right there, and then it's kind of protected. It's like a safe little hub, and then that can branch out to all of our roads. Now I will go ahead and use this hub real quick to show you a fun thing that I have also been doing. I enjoy using bows, and I found, look at that. you can bow fish. Look at that. I got what, 3? That's great. Yeah, so this has been really nice. This is how I've been getting a lot of my meat right now, since we're still starting our animal husbandry side of things. I also have started sealing some crocs. So we got what, like 10? We got 10 sealed. I may or may not need to dive into that before winter hits, but we've got up here that we're working out of as well. So I should go ahead and process these real quick. I found that I didn't think this was possible. I thought that you could only do fish with fruit. You can do fish with vegetables. So I've been doing a lot of fish and veggie stuff, making some nice hefty fish and vegetable stews. Look at that, nice hefty stew. So I did forget to talk about this, but we do have a grindstone up here as well, and I did use it on, I think, this Folks blade, yeah, and I think another one too. Just sharpen it a little bit for some crit chances, which have gone off a few times, I will say. It's pretty nice. You may also notice full backpack array. We've got extra leather now. Our leather process is really starting to kick off, which is really nice to see. It was kind of slow there in the beginning, but we're getting there now. I have been feeding the pigs, and last I checked, they still needed food, so I'm just gonna anticipate that they still need food. A little bit over. And then the chickens, they were pullets last time I checked. Let's in here again. All right, looks like they've grown up, so we do need to, I think we've got 2 Gen 0 hens that we need to process. Let's check the pigs. 9 portions, is pregnant. Okay, 9. Okay, so 2 of them still need to eat. So we'll just fill this up again. Uh-oh. Whew. I need a safer way to check on them. I need like a little dome bubble that like comes up in the center. like a wildlife thing. All right. Anyway, that's where we are currently. In the base, I'm feeling really, really good about where we are. Really excited to continue the road buildings. I've also got some chiseling ideas in store. I can't remember if I talked about this already, but I do have gates chiseled under all the bridges now, and all of the bridges have ladders beside them. So I would like to go ahead and firm up this moat. You can see it's still low in some places just because of the terrain variation. So I'd like to be able to make sure that anything that gets in there is in there for good. Right. The other thing I want to start focusing on here soon is going to be the beehive kiln. I want to get that set up soon so that we can start making colored bricks and stuff. So that we can start building, like making the wall look nice and making some of these other buildings look better than just, you know, gray walls. And then one more thing. I haven't found any blue clay. You can see multiple red clay spots. I do think I want to check up here more. Typically, at least in the previous version, I found blue clay very close to water sources. I mean, I know like right here is very rocky, so I don't think it'd be right here, but maybe up in this area, around here. So we will need to go on a blue clay expedition because red clay versus blue clay, once you have a beehive kiln, and then also technically even before you have a beehive kiln, though you can't control it as well, you get different colors of things based on the color of the clay. All that to say, there's still so much to do, but we've accomplished a lot so far. I'm so happy with where we currently are. Everything looks very bland. Everything is pretty basic, but we're making progress. The make it pretty stuff can come later. We need to make sure we can survive first, which I do think we're really coming out of survival mode at this point, and we're getting on into the civilization part, and then we'll move into like the thriving stage of the game. So very excited to continue this.